Nicole. This is my wonderful, beautiful YouTube channel called Love to Be Beautiful, where I teach women how to love to be themselves. Thank you for joining me on week 3 of the Unplug challenge. We've been unplugging from anything that doesn't serve us. So, television, social media, uh, even unproductive conversations, too much reading, too much of anything is bad for you. We know that. So today we are going to discuss mental and emotional health. Last week we talked about body and nutrition, and I will link that below. And the previous week was about spirituality, and I will link that below. So how was your weekend? What did I do this weekend? I didn't do much of anything. My daughter had a fever. Um, and so we stayed home on Sunday, and she even stayed home from school today. So I've just been kind of nursing her. I chilled. I got some of my homework done. There was a lot that I did this weekend just to prepare for this video, prepare for my podcast. I have a podcast that me and my good friend are starting called the Queen Team Podcast. It will premiere on the 7th of this month. And we are going to be discussing how to cultivate your queendom. So, anyways, I've been doing stuff with that. I've been busy. I've been trying to build my empire. So, anyways, and unplugging is part of that. Unplugging is about getting to know yourself better, connecting with yourself, being the best you that you can be. And so that's why I'm here to help guide you and help you become the best you through unplugging. So let's get right into it. We're doing mental health today. And so there was so many different things that I want to talk to you about, and the direction that I wanted this to go in. I had to really think about it. But I just want to keep it simple and share some tips. And then I want to, of course, share some helpful things that you can do if you need mental health help. So I'll share that at the end, okay? So for right now, the most important thing I want to share with you is that you can control your thoughts, and of course your thoughts control your reality. The most important thing that you can know about mental health is that it is in your control. Now, I'll discuss later mental health disorders and what to do if you have those. If you have a chemical imbalance, then that needs to be addressed medically. But for those that do not, you can control how you feel every single day. So I would compare mental health the same way that I would someone trying to lose weight or detox their body. If you want to change your mental health, you have to check what you're putting inside and and that will determine what will come out. So if you keep putting junk in, just like if you keep putting junk food in your body will be full of junk. If you keep putting junk in your mind, if you keep receiving messages that don't serve you, that make you feel bad, that make you feel like you need to compare or to measure up to others, then you're going to feel bad all the time. And self-talk, what we say to ourselves when we're in trouble, when we're happy, when we're feeling some type of way, is also going to determine how you feel. So remember that if you want to change your mental health, you've got to check what you're listening to every day and what you're doing every day, and start putting in things that will create positive mindset for you. So positive mental health will help you to walk in your purpose, cope with stress, be productive, and contribute to society. And I want to say hi to who's ever out there. I have a pretty good feeling who it is. If it's Candace, my bestest and most favoritist friend, my most supportive friend. Hello, sweetheart. Love you, love you. Hope you had a good weekend. So again, if you want to create positive mental health, you need to, or excuse me, if you want to, yes, you are guilty. If you want to maintain positive mental health, you may need to seek professional help, connect with others, stay positive, stay physically active, get enough sleep, and eat nutritious food, which we talked about those three last week. And then helping others, that will help you maintain your mental health. When you go out of your way to think about someone else other than yourself, what you've got going on tomorrow or what you were dealing with in the past, that will help you stay centered and stay focused and keep you humble. If you really realize, hey, there's a lot of people who have it worse than you. And then developing coping skills, that will also help you maintain good mental health. I want to talk to you next about how to control your thoughts. A lot of people feel like, well, I can't control my thoughts. I just think about things and they just come to me. Well, you might not be able to control what comes into your mind at first, but starting to realize that when something negative or something positive comes into your mind, are you able to recognize that? So what you want to do to control your thoughts is live in the moment. Most of the time we're worried or stressed because we're tripping about something that happened yesterday, earlier in the day, years ago from our childhood. If you need to deal with those issues, write them down and deal with them. But to repeat what happened over and over in your head, to hold on to it, it only damages your mental health and keeps you from living positively in the moment. And you may miss an opportunity to connect with yourself, to connect with your kids, to be productive at work, or maybe you might miss an opportunity where the Lord is trying to show you need to pour into someone's life. You need to help them. So you want to live in the moment. Also, you want to make sure that you're not stressing and worrying about the future. I'm not saying don't plan for the future. I'm saying don't continuously think about it to the point where you can't enjoy living in the moment. Just focus on what will make this moment amazing. And that's probably something easy that you can do. What will make this moment amazing? If you're spending time with your kids, but you're thinking about, well, I've got to go to the store and I've got to, prepare dinner, or you're at work and you're thinking about this meeting that you've got coming up. Did you prepare for the meeting? If not, then you can re-strategize the next time to say, you know what, I didn't like how I felt when I didn't prepare, so let me be better prepared next time. Let me connect with people who are successful at running meetings or giving talks or whatever you're supposed to be doing, and figure out what they did. You can fix that. You can resolve that. And then you need to make time and take time to plan the future and then let it go. And then you need to forgive yourself for any past mistakes that you've made, and forgive people. A lot of times we hold on to stuff and that keeps us bound to those feelings that are there. Okay, so now I'm going to share some mental health tips, and that's going to be it because I want to keep this short and sweet. Last week I talked for 30 minutes and that was a lot, but I shared some great information. So again, check out my previous video on how to have a healthy body and proper nutrition. But my mental health tips are, you can control your thoughts. And I think I've said that 3 times. You can control your thoughts. And something else I didn't write down is that you are loved, you matter, and your feelings matter. I don't want to tell you only think positive, never think about the negative, but embrace your feelings. If you're feeling sad, if you're hurt over what someone has done to you in the past, or even something that happened earlier in the day, embrace that and then let it flow through you, and then evaluate it, see what you could have done differently, and then move on. But I don't want you to be having feelings and then you don't address them, because they will resurface later. You have to address how you're feeling. Really important. You are what you think about. And then you need to be on purpose with how you address your mental health. Be on purpose about your mental health. And some ways you can be on purpose is set strong boundaries for yourself and for others. A lot of people, when they think about boundaries, they think about setting boundaries for others. But guess what? You got to learn how to set boundaries for yourself. Well, I won't spend time with these certain type of people. I'm not going to continue to date men that don't honor me. I'm not going to continue to be in a relationship with a man who doesn't take care of me. And I'm going to talk about a little bit about relationships next week. But you need to, oh, and also I did a 2-part series on boundaries and how to set them, and uh, where they'll be successful. You won't be wishy-washy with your boundaries. So I'm going to link that. Check that out. Get up every morning with intention and fill out your show up, how do I want to show up today list, and your gratitude list. Being intentional about how you show up and how you are every day in the world is so important to your mental health, because you get to choose who you want to be and how you want to feel in advance. Before anything happens in the day, get up and say, I'm going to be happy today. I'm going to be productive today. I'm going to be connected to myself today. I'm going to make sure that I connect with God today. Be intentional about those things so that when anything comes up in your way that's going to get in the way of that, you're like, nope, I already decided today that I'm not going to trip. I'm not going to let things go in deep. I'm going to deal with things as they come, and I'm going to move forward. So fill out your gratitude list and your how do I want to show up today list. And then, of course, gratitude is just being grateful for what you have and where you are and accepting where you are. Spend time with people that inspire you, that challenge you to be better. Check your crew. If your crew isn't celebrating you, isn't happy for you, isn't calling you like, girl, I found this tip, or sending you an email. I got an email from my girlfriend today that was for a coach, because I'm looking for mentors. And so she knows me. What does that have to do with her? Nothing. But she loves me and she's part of my crew. So she shot me an email that would help me get better, that would inspire me. And the next thing to help you the next thing that will help you live on purpose is helping others. And we talked about that earlier. Then get involved in activities or hobbies that will inspire you, that will help you be creative. We have a lot of creative energy that God put inside of us, and we need to express that. So whether that is painting or this is my creative outlet, I get to share all the great things that come to my mind with you guys and inspire others. Maybe you like to bike ride, or maybe you love exercise, or you like to do something off the wall. Whatever your gifts or talents are, those are put there for a reason to share with the world. Don't discount whatever makes you happy. Some people love to do research. Some people love to gather information, and they can share what they learn with others. And then lastly, create a support group for yourself. So again, this goes back to your crew. Who do you have around you all the time? You need to have people around you who support you. So that's honestly it for what I wanted to share. I want you guys to be on purpose about your mental health, to seek help if you need it. Oh, that's what else I want to talk about. If you feel that you are not able to control your thoughts, if you hear people talking to you that are not you, if you feel over anxious, suicidal, if you're not able to get through the day each day, if your thoughts are getting in the way of your productivity, then you need to seek help. And I will link the National Suicide Hotline below and the Veterans Crisis Hotline below. But there are some people that need therapy and they need psychiatric medication, and you need help. And let me tell you, if you seek help, you are doing yourself the biggest favor than to say, I can deal with this by myself. If you were dealing with it by yourself, then maybe you wouldn't be in the position that you're in. Sometimes it's okay to say, you know what, I need help. And I've been there. I've been suicidal. Last year, I called the suicide hotline, and I don't think that I was going to kill myself, but I think I was just so desperate to be heard that I called. It was the middle of the night. There was no one else that could talk to me at that time. And talking to a stranger, somebody that didn't know, I can completely pour out what was bothering me. And they just talked me through it in the moment and listened to me. They weren't really able to offer me advice, but being able to purge what I was feeling and thinking, it helped a lot. And then as I've grown in my own mental health journey, I'm able to deal with my own feelings in better ways. Again, being able to develop positive coping skills. If you can't do that on your own, then you need outside help. So that's what therapy is for. And I've gone to therapy. I've been going to therapy for about a year now. I've been through some crazy stuff. And I needed help to process that and to deal with that. So seek therapy. If you don't have insurance, get online and research how to get insurance. And then this is where you can lean on your friend or your support group and say, hey, you know what? I think I need help, but I don't have the strength to look for help. Can you help me look for help? So again, I'll link the suicide hotline below, the veterans crisis line below. But if you want to get better and if you want to take the first step to loving yourself, ask for help. Please ask for help. Do not be laying in your bed every day, depressed, can't get up, don't want to get dressed, don't want to see your friends. Reach out and ask for help. And I also pray that the people around you who live with you or who are in your life will come and ask you, are you okay? Because you need that. Sometimes you need somebody else to be like, listen, you're not acting the same way that you used to. You're more withdrawn. You feel, it seems like you're not happy, and that's fine. And also I want to add too, if you're going through a period, a wilderness period, because I've gone through that recently, and it was only until about Christmas time when I really kind of snapped out of it. I didn't want to be around anyone. I didn't want to deal with anyone. And I wouldn't necessarily say I was depressed, but there was just a lot that I was questioning in my life about who I could trust and who I couldn't trust. And I needed that time to heal and be able to trust myself to decipher who was for me, who was against me, and how I wanted to move forward in my relationships. You can do that. You can take a break from people. That's fine. But to become so withdrawn that you don't want to interact with anyone anymore, you don't want to go to work anymore, that's a problem. So remember, if you don't like your life, you can do something about it. You can change it. You can create whatever you want in your life. But mental health is the first step to be able to do that. You have to be able to have good mental health. So thank you for joining me. I hope that this information was valuable to you. I want to make a special announcement that I want this channel to grow bigger. I want to be able to reach more people, and I need your help to do that. So I'm opening up my PayPal account, which I will link below. If you feel led to give, I want to start getting new equipment, better ideas, more training for myself so that I can help more people. So please donate to my PayPal account. It's janishaandhoward@gmail.com. You can donate there, whatever amount that you feel that you want to. And I'll have another special announcement coming up once this series ends. So next week, we're going to talk about purging. Finally, after all of these weeks of discovering who we are and being more in touch with ourselves, there should be some things that you have identified that you need to get rid of. And I went through that in my life, so I want to share how to do that with you. So remember, when you love to be you, that's beautiful. And I'll catch you next week. Love you. Bye. Bye, Candace. Love you.